Botswana is known as a safe country. Well, today I'm pulling the rug back on the dirt that my country folk do. Hello and welcome to Naturally Inspired. My name is Miss O, and today I am naturally inspired to snitch on my country folk. I come from the lovely Southern African country of Botswana, and on the world stage we have a pristine image. We are known as being peaceful and democratic. We are the world's largest producer of gem diamonds. We produce some of the best beef in the world, and Botswana is known as a safe country. Well, today I'm pulling the rug back on the dirt that my country folk do. I'm going to narrate this dirt by reading two short newspaper articles. I have my clipboard. First article, headline reads, "She agreed to sleep with me." Subheading, "Man accused of raping stepdaughter, 13, defends himself." Barely a month into their new life, a young Zimbabwean family who came to Botswana earlier this year dreaming of better times have seen their world torn apart, and it's all the stepdad's fault. The 29-year-old is accused of raping his girlfriend's 13-year-old daughter at their home. The matter was reported to the police by the teenager's mother the very next day. Dragged before the magistrate's court, the suspect, who cannot be named to protect the complainant's identity, admitted to sleeping with his stepchild but insisted it was not rape. "I did not force her. She agreed to have sex with me. I hear the court papers reading that I was raping her, but she agreed to sleep with me," maintained the perpetrator, who opted to conduct his own defense. With the legal age of consent in Botswana being 18, it is a defense that is unlikely to save the suspect from a lengthy stint in prison. I know this happens all over the world, but this happens in my country way too often. It is not getting better. It seems to only be getting worse. "She agreed to have sex with me." Sir, she is a minor. She is 13. First of all, why did you even want to have sex with her? Your relationship with her is inappropriate. Forget her age. Even if she was 18, if she was 19, it's just inappropriate. You were in a relationship with her mother. You know, sometimes I really think many people who live amongst us are just mentally unstable, and we just don't know, because there's no grown man who can stand in front of a judge in court and his defense is that she agreed to sleep with me. She is a minor, a child. If these numbers seem to be going up every single year, what is wrong with our men? And I know some of the men watching this are going to say, "No, it's not me. I've never done that. I've never had such thoughts." It's not you, but we hold you accountable as well. Each and every one of us needs to be responsible for each other. Women and girls are supposed to be under your protection. So at your men's conference, you guys are always going on making jokes about men's conferences. At your men's conference, please discuss these kinds of issues. Put aside the jokes about Valentine's Day and getting rid of Valentine's Day. That is not a priority. It is not an issue. These are the kinds of things we want to hear that you are discussing at these men's conferences. Kudos to the mom for believing her child and reporting. I've heard that a lot of children suffer this kind of abuse and their mothers do not believe them. Moms, please believe your children. There's a study I read once, I don't have it here, but it stated that a lot of abuse that goes on in households happens where stepfathers are present. This is not always true. I have a testimony of growing up as a teenager in a household where I had a stepfather, and he was wonderful. This is not always true, but women, please be careful who you bring around your children. Really take time and vet these men before you leave them alone with your kids, before you introduce them to your children. The trauma of being sexually abused, especially as a child, this is something that is irreversible. No matter the amount of time you take healing, it is just irreversible. We talk a lot about generational curses when it comes to nuclear families, but there are generational curses on a community level, on a society level, because like it or not, we are family. We are so interconnected. What happens to one person ripples and affects all of us. And if you do not believe this, then you are living in a bubble of very limited understanding of how interconnected we are. I'm always wondering, like, how do men turn out to be like this? What makes them this way? What has happened to them? Like this guy specifically, what traumas has he gone through? What has caused him to be like this? I think these are some of the things that we need to pull the rug off of and dissect. I'm not making excuses. This guy could be a freaking psychopath. Like I said, I think we live amongst very mentally unstable people. And honestly, sometimes I think some people are just born being devil spawn. What hurts me so much about these types of occurrences and us sweeping them under the rug is the pain that has been inflicted from generation to generation. I think about our great grandmothers, our grandmothers, our mothers who this has happened to, and they have died slow deaths in silence, and it will continue happening unless we try to get to the bottom of it, unless we pull the rug up off of it and discuss it. We need to have these conversations on a community level. We need to heal on a community level. I am snitching because we need national healing. If we don't look at this on a community and society level, we are going to drown in this rot. I don't have the answers on how to proceed. Every time I hear these stories, these news reports, it just wrings my heart, and I think about our children. What is this that we are leaving as an inheritance for them? Is this their legacy? Is this a legacy that we are proud to leave for them? My name is Miss O. Thank you for watching today. Please share your thoughts and the experiences that you have in your country, what ways your country has tackled such issues, and let's keep the conversation going.